All right, folks, back on the Bossman Show, friend of the show, Dana Ford, Missouri State Bears with me. Dana, what's up, man? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm great, man. Hey, man, I was gonna tell you on Facebook. I saw a memory when we went to the wrestling event with me, you, and the kids.
Oh yeah, the WWE, wasn't it?
Yeah, Pop. I remember that we went to that wrestling event that day. It was a fun night there, man.
Oh, that was a good time, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Hey, man. I saw a guy you recruited last night here in Atlanta against the Hawks, Fred VanVleet, 16 points, 11 assists. Talk about the arc of that guy, man. Did you see that guy being as good as he is? We recruited him years ago, man.
I knew he had a chance to be really good in the system at Wichita State, but to say that he was going to be an NBA All-Star, I'm not sure that jumped out off the head when I saw him. But he's definitely a guy who's worked really hard. He's a fantastic story, and he's a true testament to what toughness and hard work and humility can do.
No doubt, man. And I must say, seeing him last night take over that game, the Hawks had him down, but Fred got going offensively, defensively, making plays. Because a lot of times, it's Dana. A lot of times, plays are not always scoring plays. There's those tangible, those hidden hustle plays, those 50 balls you get. So when you see a guy like Fred, do you use him as an example on tape for your guys to emulate to say, hey, this is a guy who has been in your shoes. Look where he is today.
Well, he's definitely someone that's relatable, considering that he was under-recruited out of high school. He played at a non-Power 5. He's a 4-year college player, played in the Missouri Valley. So he's definitely someone that I think our players and all players at this level can learn from, and just the quality of life that he's made for himself and his family is something that I think most players need to try to emulate.
And Dana, this year already, brother, 16-7 on the year. Already got 16 wins, 7 in the Valley. You could have had some more wins, which I know you know how that is. But for you, being right here in February, 16 wins, leading 7 wins in the Valley, you can't feel bad about that right now.
Oh, we're in a good place. We need to finish strong. We like most people in the country can probably have a game or two go either way. But we're happy with where we are, but no way we're satisfied, and we know that we still have some things to improve in order to reach our ceiling, and hopefully we can write a nice February and March and be one of the teams that's remembered.
Most definitely, and you competed hard in non-league play, and I feel like that you competed hard against quality opponents as well. So getting that Valley, as you both know, is tough as all get out. But seeing different styles you may see in the Valley and what guys went through at you all, tell me how important was that for your team early, seeing that in non-league play as you go through it right now?
We try to schedule a lot of teams in the non-league that play like someone in our conference, and whether that be South Dakota State, which they kind of play a little bit like Loyola, or that will be a BYU that maybe plays similar to a Northern Iowa, or like a Oral Roberts who plays like Evansville, and so we tried to give ourselves some type of look early in the season for what we would see late. We feel like we've been prepared for the Valley. We've performed pretty well up until this point. We're 7-3. We lost one in overtime, lost one at home by 1, and then we lost one on the road at Indiana State, in which we had a shot to tie with 5 seconds to go. So we feel like we've competed in every game, and now we just have to get to where we're winning all of our close games down the stretch. We're more than capable, but we definitely feel like our guys are prepared for what's in store.
And the close game, Sim, you someone want to touch on you with, Dana, is this, man. At least you're getting live reps of doing it, because I've been in your practices before. You put time on the clock, but it's not the same thing as having the referees, crowd, and a real opponent who wants to stop what you're doing, doesn't know what you're doing. So even though they didn't turn out the way you want to turn out, but it's experience for when it really counts down the road here at Arch Madness.
Absolutely, and you want to try to go back and learn from as many in-game situations that you have throughout the year, and we've definitely been able to do that. And we've already seen um, lots and lots of different situations that could resemble games in March, and so we're just looking forward to continue to improve that.
No doubt. And Dana, talk to us about this, man. The crowds you having at home, 9-3 at home, feeling at home court, having students and fans this year, because last year not so much. How good does that felt to have people back in the stands again, cheering for you all, seeing the play of your Bears, man?
It's always helpful when we have a good crowd, in particular our student section. I think a lot of energy is produced, throughout our building when our student section is live and full. And we've had really good student turnout this year. Our guys have won, I think maybe now 3 or 4 in a row at home, 9 out of 12 at home. We'd like to be undefeated at home. I think that's always a goal of ours. But we need to continue to protect our home court, especially down here coming down the stretch in February. We've got 4 more home games, and they're all going to be very important.
And Dana, I love how Isaiah has really improved, man. Offensively, defensively, leadership and intangibles. That guy's leading the way for you all here. It's a snake for you all, in my opinion. Talk to the listeners about Isaiah and what you saw in that young man, bringing him to your program, what he's done for your program this year on the court and off the court.
He's an extremely hard worker. He works on his craft all the time. Seems to get along with everyone, perfectly fine, whether that's on the court, off the court. Very competitive guy. Has an unbelievable scoring knack. Literally just one of the more gifted offensive players, not only in our conference, but probably in the country. So we're fortunate to have him, and he makes a lot of our lives easier, especially on the offensive end.
No doubt. And also, Gage Prim, man, talked about him last year, man. He's affecting the game for you both ways as well, giving you a presence, defensive, offensive as well, and his leadership as well. Talk about what Gage is, how's he improved from last year to this year, and what you see him doing for you down the road, which will be key to winning these games as February and March gets more important.
He's always getting in better shape every year, and his body looks great, and he's healthy for the most part. He had a little deal with the flu this year, then a turned ankle, so we feel like he's starting to really, get on the mend and the plus side of health down the stretch. And he's a game changer for us. Very few people at our level have someone like Gage and someone that demands a double team, a triple team, and such a great scoring touch and a tremendous passer, nice free throw maker. So he's definitely a weapon that we're blessed to have. And if we want to make a run down the stretch, we're going to have to really depend heavily on him. He makes the game easier for everyone. And he's the anchor of our defense, and he's one of the best rebounders in the league. So he's going to have to play at all conference level for us to, reach our ceiling.
And speaking of what Gage does, you have pretty much 5 guys in double figures almost. So having multiple options on nights when shots not falling, and having a guy who's a willing passer, willing to make the right play for his teammates and trust them will help you down the road as well, in my opinion.
Oh, for sure. And we've got a nice core group of guys that have gone through the Valley and, experienced what it takes to win in the Valley. And our guys have gotten along well all year. We feel like we have all the makings of a championship caliber team. And we're not 100% healthy. DeMarcus Sharp is still out, but when he rejoins our team, we feel like we'll be even deeper. Lukai Patterson has done a great job in his absence, and Jalen Manette and Isaac Haney have come off the bench and done wonders for us as well. But like you mentioned, those guys earlier, Gage Prim, Isaiah Mosley, Donovan Clay, Javonte Black, those are guys that we lean on heavily for their leadership.
And talk about the leadership, Dana, one more time, man, is that these guys have been through the battles before, as you said in previous response. Like, having veterans on your level and in the tournament, if you get there, is very key to causing problems for teams because they've been together, they've been in your system, and having those guys be in your development program, which I've seen you do from Tennessee State now, I know how you develop players. So talk about those guys getting better and developing and being veterans in your program to help you as we see games get more important as the date trickles closely into Arch Madness and then beyond.
It's very important, and you want guys that understand what it takes to be able to accomplish certain things, and leadership. Everything rises and falls on leadership, and we like our leaders. Jamonte and Gage are vocal leaders. Some of our other guys lead by their actions, and that's been a area that a lot of our players have had to step up in the absence of DeMarcus, who's definitely just a natural born leader. But experience is one of the best teachers, and a lot of times your most experienced guys are your best leaders, and so we're going to continue to rely on those guys, and we'll literally go as far as our leaders take us.
No doubt. And also, Dana, man, I saw a stat on your roster, man. 7 guys will shoot over 30% for 3-point range. So having that option outside, man, confident for defense as well. Having guys who can shoot those threes for you. Talk about your shooting and your development of guys making those threes for you. It can help open up for Gage inside as his double team to open guys for threes, not throwing them shots for you, brother.
Well, it's hard to score in today's game if you can't shoot the ball, because in college you can play what the NBA calls a legal defense, and guys can just zone up and not guard certain people, and we do that ourselves. But in order to be a consistent scoring team, you've got to be able to shoot the basketball, and we emphasize guys trying to work first to get a layup. And then if we can't get a layup, then we're looking to maybe get fouled. If we can't get fouled, let's try to get an open three. So our guys spend a lot of time in the gym, and we try to recruit guys that are capable shooters from day one, and just continue to groove it. And we still have areas to improve offensively coming down the stretch, but definitely being able to make shots is one of those things that makes us difficult to defend.
We got you to Carbondale coming up. Dana, tell me about that matchup with some of those guys on film, man.
Yeah, so this will be our second time playing them. Very tough physical team. They like to grind it out, so we'll have to have a lot of discipline, a lot of toughness. We'll need to be assignment correct on some of their marquee guys like Lance Jones and Marcus Domass. So a nice balanced team and a tough environment. But one that we're looking forward to, and one that our guys are fired up to be a part of, and looking forward to getting another road win.
And Daniel, the Valley's growing, man. You got UIC coming, Belmont and Murray State, 2 people you've played before, and Matt McMahon and Casey Alexander. Talk about the Valley's growth, man, and how the conference get even better with the additions of UIC, Belmont, and Murray now coming into your conference next year.
For sure, and unfortunately, we lost Loyola, and so that required some additional changes to be made, and in our case we added, and so I think it's good for our league when you think about programs with the rich tradition of Belmont and Murray State. Those are win-wins anytime you can get those guys to join your league. And then UIC is a university that has a lot of potential. They've got just as much potential as Loyola when they joined the Missouri Valley. And we know the market of Chicago has been good for the Valley ever since Loyola made their run to the Final Four. Great sports city, nice recruiting city for most teams in the Valley. So just makes a lot of sense to try to continue that type of relationship. And, you don't like to lose teams. Over the years, we've lost really good programs, whether it be Creighton, Wichita State, now Loyola. But now we're starting to add some programs. Murray States of the world and Belmont. So those are programs that historically over the last 10, 15 years, probably even more than that, have been really, really good mid-major programs.
Selfishly, I'm glad I can see you. Selfishly, I'm glad that I get to see you. So selfishly, I'm happy it happened, man. I'm happy.
Yeah. We'll be looking forward to seeing you down there.
Now, Data, I got 2 more for you, man. Super Bowl, Rams or Bengals? Who you got, man?
Wow. Well, since the Chiefs aren't playing, I don't know who to root for. My son is a big Chiefs fan. I guess, you got to root for the team that put yours out. So I guess I have to go for the Bengals.
Well, I'm indifferent. The Falcons nowhere to be found, so I'm just going to enjoy the game.
Oh, I hear you, man. No doubt.
And finally, hey, how's
the Dirty Birds back?
Yeah, we gotta get it going. Man, it's a last one for you, brother. How's the family doing, the wife and the kids, man, and how they been doing, man?
Everybody's doing great. I'm gonna tell my wife that we spoke today. I forgot to mention it this morning. She'll be happy to see you. She's gonna be making those trips down to Nashville as well. She's excited. We've got 5 now, and so our house is full, and we've got our own starting lineup.
No doubt. Well, I need some Missouri State getaway, man. I gotta have something to wear when I come to make sure they know it. I'm here for him. Nobody else. I'm here for him. Cheer for him.
We're gonna get you taken care of.
All right, buddy. Hey, man. Thank you for your time on this, buddy. You be safe. I'll see you soon, man.
All right, boss.
Be good now.
You the man.
All right.
See you, brother.